it's great to see you. I'm Abby Gibb, your personal holistic nutritionist, and welcome to another Saturday Strategies brought to you by FitLifeTV. So in today's episode, we are talking about all the ways that you could potentially be messing up your metabolism. I know. Again, you're like, can I just catch a break around here? Well, these are all things that are pretty simple. We can move through them pretty quickly and help you to burn more fat through the day. So the first one that you're doing is you're totally sabotaging your breakfast, because a lot of us think, okay, I'm trying to eat breakfast in the morning. That's what you told me to do, right? Yeah, I know. But this one probably has a little too much carbs. So let me give you an example, tiny bit of science about what's happening. If you wake up in the morning and you notice that you're a little bit jittery or you're hangry right away, it's because your insulin levels are already a little high. Then when you eat something, even a complex carb like oatmeal, it's a lot of carbs that boost your insulin even more. So you're going up like this and you know what's gonna happen. You crash mid-morning and that makes you even more hungry. So it's priming you to overeat before lunch. Okay, so here's how we hack that situation, Tire Girl style. So you're gonna throw in a little bit more protein. So Organifi protein powder into your oatmeal. I know, that's another option. Clean sources like eggs are great. And then you're gonna wanna throw low glycemic fruit. So things like blueberries, strawberries in there. And of course, don't forget, try to add in some greens as well. So you can do that with a little sip it on Zen and juice, Organifi style, or you can just have it in your normal smoothie. So that's the first one with your breakfast. Moving on from there, you're working out a lot, you're trying to bulk up, trying to get great. Well, the problem is that you're having this thing called muscle turnover. It's literally eating the muscle throughout the day. And most women are not eating enough protein. So you're gonna need to have something like 60 to 90 grams. What does that mean to you? It's about a fistful size per serving. So per meal, you're gonna wanna have about this much. That equals 1 egg, about half a piece of salmon, and probably about that much chicken throughout the day. So that would be, half lunch and then half dinner, something like that. And here's another reason why we wanna be able to do that. We like to add more muscle to your body because that burns the metabolism, right? That just speeds it up that much more. But you're gonna need to repair those cells along the way. So the more protein, the better. All right, I'm guilty of this next one. We all are. We think that if we just stop eating, if I just stop eating for like a couple days, right? Like, yeah, just try to have just a salad for every single meal, that somehow I'll lose weight. Well, you know where this is going. It slows down your metabolism in really less than 24 hours. So please, first thing, just eat. Eat like your normal person. You can't do it. You can't trick your body that way. But there are a couple ways that you can hack the system. So the first one is gonna be filling up your plate with more leafy greens. Things that are water soluble, they're made with more water than they are anything else. And then they also have a ton of fiber in them to keep you fuller longer. That's why we like the leafy greens. We also love asparagus because it has these really great components and big scientific words that don't really matter that help to flush your system and keep your belly flat through the day. I know. But the last thing, a little self-love. So your body, okay, no matter what it looks like, is primed to be a certain size and a certain thing. Now, it's taken me a very long time to get to this point too, but work with me, boo. Here's how this goes. Your body is supposed to be at a certain size. You're just born that way. I'm not gonna look like a runway model. I have hips, I have a butt, and I'm totally okay with that. So my body is going to always push myself to be in this certain weight category. Now that means I can be on the leaner side of that weight category, but my body is primed for a certain thing, so stop fighting it. Just learn to love it. Learn to love this size, and then you can still be on the leaner version of that, but don't try to compare yourself to another body type. You just don't have it. That's okay. You do you. Self-love, okay? All right, so this is the last one, and it's one that I've actually been working on recently a lot more, and we're talking about the endocrine system. Endo what? Yeah. So it's a system that helps to regulate your metabolism. Really important, right? And the ways that it can get disrupted. We talk about beauty products and putting creams and those kinds of things, but it's also in your food. So even with pre-washed salads and mixes like this, the fact is you gotta wash them, again, because there could still be lingering pesticides, number one, but number two, it's in this plastic, and that plastic could have rubbed off onto the salads, and it just kind of creates a little bit more of an endocrine bank account over time. The other big thing is making sure that you still wash things that have the rind on top that you don't plan on eating. So washing things like avocados and cantaloupe are big because when you cut into them, you're actually cutting and taking all of the stuff that's on the top of the rind and pulling it into the fruit and then eating it. So you are still getting all of that stuff. So it's important just to wash. And that's it. I mean, it's really not that big of a deal. But these are the 4 things that could be messing up your metabolism in some way. You can do this. And that is another Saturday Strategy. I'm Abby Gibb, your personal holistic nutritionist. Thanks for watching FitLifeTV. Until next time, have a great day.
This week's juicer winner is Kuldeep Dhaliwal. Kuldeep is probably one of our most passionate followers on Facebook and YouTube. We thank you so much for following us on this journey, and we are so excited that you are sharing the culture of juicing with your family, your friends, and your coworkers. It is truly an inspiration to all of us. We are proud to congratulate you as this week's juicer winner. So no worries on looking for a new juicer, because we're sending one to you. Here's to you, Kuldeep. Thank you so much. And remember, we're in this together.